Students across the country will head back to the classroom soon, and as parents prepare their kids, a comprehensive eye exam should be included on their back-to-school checklist. With an increased use of screens at school, there's a higher chance a child can develop vision issues. And joining the conversation this morning is Dr. Jacquie Bowen, the president of the American Optometric Association Board of Trustees. Doctor, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for the invitation, Steve.
Of course. So why is a comprehensive eye exam important ahead of the new school year?
Well, we know that 80% of learning happens through vision. You can observe that in a teeny tiny little baby. And in the schools, the vision learning, it just is even more intense with the use of technology. Unfortunately, though, most children can't identify a problem, and parents can't really identify it easily either. There are access there to screenings, through the community or the school screening or at a pediatrician's office, and certainly those are important, but they only identify about 4% of the potential problems that can impact learning and success in life. So a comprehensive eye exam with an optometrist is going to identify 100% of the potential problems. It's not just about whether you need glasses or not. It's the visual system functioning, the ability to focus on a screen and change focus near to far, athletic abilities, depth perception. All of those things significantly impact children with regard to normal development, school performance, athletic abilities. The opportunity to choose a variety of careers are impacted by how well your eyes work together, as well as eye health and systemic health issues are identified in a comprehensive exam. So it's a very important habit to have annually throughout life.
So how often should kids be getting an eye exam? Every year or even more than that?
Well, our recommendation is going to surprise you that the first exam should occur between 6 and 12 months of age, when those critical cortical development issues are happening between the eye and the brain. Then we want to see the kiddos at least once for a comprehensive exam before they start school and annually thereafter. Even if a child has great vision and great performance, we want to make sure there aren't little sneaky things cropping up. Most eye conditions are pretty far down the track before you're able to identify them. So an annual eye health exam allows us to assess the vision system, but also the inside of the eye is the only place we can look at your blood vessels and nerves directly. So it contributes a lot to the general health care. And you have to keep those eyes your whole life. There's no such thing as a transplant. There's no such thing as a false eye that works. So taking care of those and ensuring that they're working well for you is of critical importance.
And you talked about some of the issues that children can face over time in terms of their eye use, but a lot of kids are glued to these things, cell phones, iPads,
right?
That sort of thing. Talk about the impact that looking at those screens can have on the eye over time, especially for developing people like kids.
Well, your mom told you don't stare at a light bulb, but screens are just flat square light bulbs. So certainly looking at a light source for extended periods of time causes the eyes to become over-fatigued and dry, and parents instinctively know it's probably not a good idea to let your kids stare at a screen a long time. So follow those instincts. We recommend the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, take a break and look 20 feet away or more for 20 seconds or more. That allows the visual system to kind of shake out and reset. Take your kids outside and play with them. 2 hours of outside play a day is critical in not only physical, but ocular and visual development too. And nearsightedness is an epidemic globally that we are tackling, and it's largely linked to the fact that near vision is emphasized because of that screen use. There's no avoiding screens. It's a part of learning and part of society, but having good habits, making sure the eyes are healthy via a comprehensive eye exam, critical importance. We make it easy for parents to find a doctor, AOA.org/I deserve more, EYE deserve more, will allow you to put in your zip code and find an optometrist in your area who's going to take care of your family, and also offer extra tips and help to keep that visual system on track so that the whole body can offer success in life.
So much good advice for all those parents out there. I'm one of those people that is very nearsighted, so that stayed with me for a long time. Thanks so much for your time this morning.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, the conversation.
Thank you, Steve.